Hey everyone, what's up? Trey here with Transform Fitness. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I leave for Hawaii in about 7 hours. Fortunately, very early in the morning. We're leaving out of here at 3 a.m. But I'm here. I did it. Initially when I discussed my goals for this Hawaii trip, I said I wanted to get to 175. Today I'm at 178. Don't think of that as a failure at all. I'm very proud of the work I did. I've lost 34 pounds in 16 weeks. I worked my ass off. I don't think I could have done anything differently, in a healthy way at least, to get me any further than I made it. So I feel really good about that. There are things that I wish I had time to do, such as dive into these videos a little bit more, let you guys know what I did to get here, and maybe that's something I can address a little bit more in the future. But something that I really discovered through this process, and even if you followed me through the 75 hard challenge that I did, when you have such a big goal, sometimes it's less about sharing how you achieve that goal. Sometimes it's just really doing the work and using that time to hit your targets, and that's exactly what I did. Sorry I didn't give all to these videos that I wanted to. That's the decision I had to make. I was just trying to find a way to update you regularly, but also really dial in my workouts, my cardio, and my nutrition. I feel like I balanced that out fairly well. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to share some photos of when I started. Unfortunately, I didn't take a photo of the very first day that I started my cut. And honestly, I was not really in a good place to do that. So I waited a week. I dropped about 6 pounds that first week of water weight, and then I really talked myself into taking that photo, even though I didn't want to. And this is something that I work with my clients on. Sometimes I think it is perfectly okay and acceptable and even recommended not to take those photos if they really put you in a bad place. But I think for some people who are okay with that, taking that initial photo, it's really great to look back and see where you came from. And for me especially, because sometimes, I look at myself every day and I don't necessarily realize all the changes that I've been able to make over the last 4 months. So for me, it's nice to see. So I'll put that here. Take a look at that. I shared my meals last week, pretty much kept that consistent. I will say a huge part of the weight that I lost was in the last couple of weeks. I went to Camp Nerd Fitness. I think I shared that before. It's the company I work for, and we had a week-long event. The camp was probably about 4 days, but we got there a couple days early. So essentially I spent a week there. I was in less control of my food, but being that it was a fitness camp, there were healthy options, all across the board. So that made it very easy. I focused primarily on protein and veggies and had some carbs here and there when I felt like it. But I think a big part of that was I was walking nonstop. I think I hit 20K steps most days. So that was just a huge increase in activity for me. And I actually lost, much to my surprise, between 7 and 8 pounds just being away for that week, which is funny because I was kind of worried about that week because I couldn't control my diet as much. But that just goes to show, walking is a great activity to actually increase your calorie burn throughout the day. And it's something that really doesn't take a lot out of you. So that's something to consider in the future. If you're looking to lose weight, walking can go a long way, or just maintaining your activity throughout the day. So I dropped 7 pounds, so a little over 7, between 7 and 8 there. And then when I came back this last week, I think I dropped another 4 or 4.5, maybe 5. It was close to 12 pounds over the last 2 weeks. So, the leaner I get, the more changes that I'm recognizing. And I'm sure you can see that in the photos as well. I'm pleased. I think the next question is, where do I go from here? And I think the first thing I need to do is reverse diet a little bit. My calories are super low, between 13 and 1400, super high protein, enough fat to, get me by. And also carbs are just really low, maybe about 100 grams, a lot of that coming from fiber. So yeah, I'm pretty low right now. So I think it's important for me to, increase my calories gradually, focus on getting carbs back into my diet, or at least more carbs. It's very possible that I'll continue to lose weight during this process just because I will still be in a calorie deficit. That is something that I want to do. I mean, when you look at my pictures and I'm flexed, it looks like I'm pretty lean. And I am compared to where I started, but unflexed, that's not how I look. I took posing classes, so I know how to pose. I know how to make my body present, in the best way possible. So I think that's important to know. What you see on the internet, social media, is not always accurate. We always try to make ourselves look best, and that's what I did my poses from the beginning all the way until the end. Just being more comfortable in my skin when I'm not, posing specifically to look my best is going to be a more comfortable place for me. But at the same time, I'm very comfortable taking a long time to get there compared to maybe losing 2 to 3 pounds a week. Maybe that looks more like a half a pound to a pound, but I feel a lot better because I'm able to eat more and I have more energy throughout my day. I'm not busting my butt to do as much cardio. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I still have some packing to do for our trip. I hope you enjoyed the video series. I will try to engage a little bit more and maybe have a series for the next portion of my nutrition, which is reverse dieting. So let me know if you want to hear more about that. I'm happy to share. Hope you're all well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.